He's the one and only. We have to give prayers for strength up for his family and his friends and us as individuals who love them to cope with his loss. So at least now he should get the respect that he deserved, that he didn't get in while he was alive. So Kobe, to me, far as I'm concerned, is the best basketball player ever lived. He played offense and defense. Okay, so now getting into contacting me, you can go to healthyliving.company or you can go to marquita.com so you can get all of my products. You can also reach me here at the Next Level Studios at 310-549-1113, 310-549-1113. Now, there on my website, you can see I have several different products. I have Keita's egg toast, and I also have gumbo, and I also have my Arbonne products, which I'll go into in a few minutes, which are pure and beneficial for you to have. You can click on the Arbonne and it takes you straight to my website. So the producer of the show is called T Jams. That's TJAMZ. And you can reach him at tjamsmusic, tjamsmusic.com. And there he has a whole list of different songs that he's produced. You can write lyrics, send him messages, send them back to him. You can also know that he does web design. He does that as well. You can send him messages at his website. Or you can also reach him here at Next Level Studios at 310-549-1113. 310-549-1113. Now, let's go and get into the Arbonne products. So the Arbonne products, they're pure beneficial products. They're vegan. They're soy-free. We don't use soy anymore. Soy mimics estrogen, which increases your chances for breast cancer. So I can't have soy at all. Plus, I have the BACA gene, which also increases my risk. So breast cancer is also for men as well. So men, you're not eliminated. So just know you can get breast cancer as well as the women can. So you have to make sure you watch what you're eating as well. Now with the 30-day and beyond plan, we have protein shakes, we have vanilla and chocolate, and you can use this as a replacement meal to help you lose weight. Now, if you're morbidly obese, then you might want to try 2 replacement meals with your protein shakes. And then you can also, it has 160 calories. So what's important is that you use the proper milk. It used to be that we couldn't find them, but now there's Amazon groceries, also Instacart, Walmart. You can order everything you need healthy and have it delivered to your house. So there's no more excuses about no supermarket in the neighborhood. Now, the Arbonne products, you go to my website, you click, and you can go straight there to the website. Now, also, the proper milks to drink are rice milk, coconut milk, almond milk, there's cashew milk, there's coconut milk. There's, if you're transitioning from cow's milk, which you definitely want to get all your kids and yourself off 100%. It's for cows. It has saturated fat. That's too many calories. Our bodies do not like saturated fat, so we got to reduce them. You can also transition them to 2% to 1%. If you have food allergies, you can also transition to lactose-free milk. They also have 2% and 1%. So there's choices out there for you. You have to make sure you have the right choices, okay? So in that 30-day and beyond plan also includes fiber. So it's very important that you're going to the bathroom at least 1 to 3 times a day. Yes, every single day, not every 3 days like it used to be. Every day. So you want to throw in your fiber at least twice a day. That's recommended by Dr. Oz. Fiber is actually good for you. It helps to remove some of those saturated fats to help keep you from storing it. It helps remove some of those sugars. It helps to keep you regular, your bowels. That's very good. It also curbs your appetite. So you can throw your fiber right into your protein shake. We have these amazing protein shake containers with the metal balls you can hear. You can take that with you on the way out the door if you want to. Now also, part of the 30-day and beyond plan, we have what we call fizz sticks. Fizz sticks it's not like caffeine, you know, like coffee. You drink a lot and it shoots you up and then it drops you down. About an hour or 2 later, you have a huge headache and you're jittery. That's not what these do. The fizz sticks are natural B vitamins. So it brings you up and it maintains you throughout your day. So you just top off the water bottle. They come in convenient envelopes in citrus and pomegranate, and you will see how it fizzes. That's why they call it fizz sticks. So you just mix it, you drink it, and it sustains you throughout the whole day. It's wonderful, and it's great for you. That's what you want to do to stay healthy. Get natural, pure benefited products into your body and stop using all these toxins. Now, the other thing that we have with this plan, we call Fitz Chews. Fitz Chews, you have to be careful because they look like caramel candies. So you have to be careful not to put them into a container so your kids can get them and eat several of them. You can give them to them one or two when they come home from school, because this is also fiber for you as well. They come in caramel, chocolate, and lemon. So that's part of our pack as well. Now you can build your 30-day and beyond plan your way, but this is just one pack that's recommended. Also, we have what we call the Digestive Plus, because you need good prebiotics to make good probiotics, which is your gut, right? So 80% of our immune system is right here in our gut. That's why if there's extra fat here around your gut, you want to get rid of it, because that's not good. So you got to get that weight off your gut. We also have Detox Herbal Tea, which is actually proven good research that if you drink warm drinks with your meals, it helps to ease your digestion along. So this helps to detox our primary detoxers in our body, which is our liver and our kidneys. So this helps to keep those strong. So on top of easing your digestion, isn't that wonderful? Now we also have a 7-day cleanse that you take every day to get you on your way to get those toxins out of your body, right? That's what we want to do. So there's also a 30-day and beyond guide to help you along the way, to give you great meal suggestions and ways to exercise. But stick with me, because at the end of the show, I'm going to be demonstrating some what I call easy motion exercise that everybody can do while you're sitting, lying, or standing, so it won't be any more excuses. Now, also, a good snack is we have the protein bars. They come in dark chocolate with sea salt and cranberry with pumpkin seeds. They're 170 calories. Nice and compact. You give it to your children when they come home from school. So it's very important when they come home from school, you don't give them a whole meal and then 2 hours give them another meal after you cook. That's too much food. We have child obesity as well as adults. We even have children under 5 that are morbidly obese. So we really have to change our habits. It's better to have bowls of fruits and vegetables when your children come home. Carrots, you can get ranch dressing, carrots, celery, broccoli, cauliflower, have them dip it in there. It's an excellent snack when they get home. Also, there's plenty of fruit. Get bowls of fruit, not bowls of cookies and donuts and cakes. And that's all empty calories. That's not going to help you or your child. That's nothing. It's just going to cause extra weight gain. So apples, and the green apples is better than the red apples, but red apples okay. But if you want fiber, if you're having problems with fiber in your child's diet, give them more of the green apple. Oranges, also grapes. Grapes are great fiber as well. There's a lot of different types of grapes, so you can give that to your children as well. Bananas, melons. I mean, if you're having problems with your water around your lower ankles or your feet, you want to eat cantaloupe, honeydew melon, watermelon. Those are our natural diuretics. But if you continue to have a problem, make sure you go to your doctor and have your doctor check that out. Now, adults, you're the parents. You're bringing the food in. You want to make sure you go get an annual health exam just like your children. Those are the new requirements. So if you are having problems, it can diagnose you early and help you prevent to becoming a type 2 diabetic, or your high blood pressure is out of control. I mean, you want to know what's going on with your health so you can be there to take care of your children. Now, the other thing you can do, like I said, you can be on your way out the door. We do have the protein shake packs that you can take on the go. What I recommend, also berries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. You can wash those and freeze them. they stay good very long because you can use them as you need them. Because I don't know why, but a lot of the berries, they go bad very fast if you don't eat them. So you can wash them and freeze them and use them when you want to use them. Also, what I recommend is blending them, putting them in ice cube trays and freezing them. Then you can pop those into your protein shake and you'll be on your way out the door. Now, another thing you can do, you can pre-mix your own. You can use your fruit. You can do vegetable combination, kale. You can put avocado. You can mix it up with different greens, spinach. And then you can put it into your protein shake as well, and you'll be on your way. It's just a wonderful way to replace a meal and get healthier. Now, we also have supplemental vitamins we have packs for the women as well as the men. We have supplemental vitamins for the children. They're chewable vitamins. We also have greens. You know how they say you're supposed to have like 5 to 6 greens a day, which is kind of difficult, right? But I try to do it. It's hard, but you can put greens right into your protein shake. You'll have your greens for the day. Now, also we have supplemental things like calcium and joint support. We have menopausal support for the women. We also have shea butter lip balm. And remember, when you're looking at your ingredients on your different products that you're spending your money on, make sure it doesn't have crude oil. And I'm going to tell you how you know. Crude oil is what goes into our cars, right? So what happens is they use that in your products. It breaks down to petroleum byproducts, petroleum, Vaseline, mineral oil. And I guarantee you see that on that label in your ingredients, that's crude oil. And crude oil, what happens is it's like putting on liquid saran wrap on your skin. We have pores, so we don't want to block our pores. We want to make sure they stay available to us so we can get some of those toxins out of our skin, right? So we don't want to block them and add extra toxins with all of that stuff. And that's why I want you to go shopping on Arbonne, because our products don't have that. And don't let the small size fool you, because all you need is a little bit. Where you buy those other products with crude oil, you need a lot, because that's what they put it in. There's volume of more of the crude oil than the actual pure benefit of the product. But with Arbonne, you'll get those pure benefits. We have different lines. We have daily lines. We have the FC5 line, which has 5 fruit different cells, mangoes, strawberries, carrots. Daily facial cleaning, things for your eyes, shampoos, all kind of things. A whole line. Then we have the F39 line. This is for an older generation. I'm waiting for the wrinkles and the puffy eyes. But so you have sunscreen to decrease those age spots. So you have a line too. So there's something for everybody. Now also, we cannot forget the men. We have a whole line for you too. We have the RE9 line for the older gentlemen. But for the other gentlemen that are a little younger, we have the regular men's line, which has a great products with your shaving. And men, who wouldn't want to not have a bumpy skin? Get you some Arbonne products. It'll be worth it. My husband has difficult skin, but it sure cleared his skin up. His skin is much better. So we have a pre-balm, which helps to keep those hairs from growing into your skin. That's why you get the bumps. Then we have the shaving gel. And then we have the Afterbond. In the shops, the barber shops, the barber, he just puts alcohol on your face and it just burns like hell, right? That's not good for your skin. Alcohol deteriorates your skin. So you want to get away from that. Ugh. And there's soap and cologne for men. There's a lot of different products. We also have a sensitive line for you who are sensitive to different things. You tend to be more susceptible. We have a sensitive line for you. We have a baby line for your skin. We have teens for acne. We have a detox line. We have oils. Lavender helps to make you relax. You get a diffuser and have it in the air. You're stressed, helps you to relax. Peppermint, it helps to curb the appetite. So you can smell it with a diffuser, or you can put a drop in your water. Maybe you don't want to put too much because the oils are very concentrated. It helps to curb the appetite. So that's what you can do in between your meals, as well as eating a fish chew to help curb your appetite, or a protein bar. More healthy, right? Instead of all those toxins. We also have a whole makeup line. Everything from primer to CC creams. We have foundation in powder, liquid. We have shadow. We have blush. We have eyeliner. We have mascara. I use the eyeliner and the lipstick. Actually, lip gloss, because we have gloss and sticks. So you can pick whatever you need. That's why I say go online and go shopping. Also, we have a line. I talked about the Shea Butter lip balm. We also have a daily care of Shea Butter where you can get the bath gel and you can get the lotion. I love this. I use this every day. I love my Shea Butter. And remember, you don't have all those crude oil byproducts in any of these products, which is wonderful. Now, another thing I wanted to remind you guys about, it's better when you're eating your food to eat brown foods. Wheat, whole wheat bread, brown tortilla shells. You have brown rice. You want to stay away from the stuff that's white. Noodles. You want to get brown pasta. All this stuff you can get in brown. It's better for you. When it's white, they strip everything out of that product, which is nutritionist, to where it's nothing left. So it's no good. And then it also lightens the product, so you tend to eat more. We don't want that. Now let's talk about serving sizes, which is very important. It's very important you help your children, because parents, you are bringing the food into the house. You have to make sure you have the right portions as well. Now, vegetables should be half of your plate. Yes, half of your plate. Vegetables, not half of the complex carbohydrates like rice, potatoes, pasta, beans. No, it should be half vegetable. Actually, complex carbohydrates should only be 1/6 of your plate. 1/6 of your plate. Now, lean protein should be 1/4 of your plate. Your chicken, your turkey, all of these are lean meals, right? Now, if you're gonna use beef, you have to make sure you try to find the highest percentage of lean and grass-fed beef. It's healthier for you. It's harder for our body to digest the beef. So take the time to clean the fat off and clean the gristles off. It'll be healthier for you, because you really don't want that stuff going into your body, because it's already hard to digest. You can't get rid of that stuff. Now, the other thing is 1/12 of your plate should be the fat, healthy fats, like guacamole, your avocado butter, cashew butter. Those type of things are your complex, your healthy fats. Olive oil. Some people use it on their salads and making their salad dressing. It's those things that are healthy that your body likes, okay? So let's talk about these bowls. You know how you think that a bowl is a cure-all for every meal, right? Oh, it's quick, it's fast. But remember, complex carbohydrates should only be 1/6 on your serving size, and a bowl is 3/4 rice. That's not good. You're already breaking the portions. Half vegetables. So now some restaurants, if you ask for it, they'll give you the brown rice. So, and then they give you a few vegetables, half vegetables, and then the lean meat like chicken on the top, right? Okay, let me show you about these bowls. So no, there's nothing good about bowls. So I'm having a hard time keeping it on the plate. So what happens is you wind up eating 3-4 times the amount that you're supposed to have. And who would do that for our children? You can't do that. So don't think a bowl is the cure-all for the whole meal. It's not. So if you're gonna get a bowl, you have to make sure you only have how much? 1/6 of it is rice. A half should be vegetables. And 1/4 lean protein. So you can request that at those restaurants. But remember, just getting a bowl is not going to be the cure-all for your meals, especially when we're talking about obesity. Now, another thing I wanted to mention to you is about lectin. Lectin is a protein that most growers use actually to help the vegetables and the fruits keep them from being destroyed while they're growing with pests and different things, right? But what happens is a lot of times the lectin is not removed, so when you eat it, you get it. Like in kidney beans, don't never eat raw kidney beans. If you have pinto beans and you want to cook them for your family, you should at least pot boil it for at least 10 minutes before you put it in a crock pot. Like I like to do mine overnight because I'm planning the meal for the next day, right? Make sure you pot boil it for at least 10 minutes before you put it into the slow cooker because it doesn't get hot enough to kill the lectin. And what lectin does, it gets into your gut and it gets in out of your lining because it's irritating it, and it gets out into your bloodstream, which makes it toxic, which causes increased cortisol, which causes more weight that's going to your stomach, and we don't want that. So be careful of the lectin. Also with the strawberries, that's why I stop eating strawberries, because there's no way to totally get rid of that lectin from fresh strawberries. So that's another thing you want to consider. That's why I suggest the blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries for your consumption. Now, we're going to talk about adult obesity, which is an epidemic. It's actually an epidemic for all ages, including children under 5. And some are morbidly obese. So we're going to talk about that because parents, you're creating children that are also going to be obese, which is what we don't want. So I'm talking to the parents right now to make sure that you pay attention and try to implement what I'm trying to tell you, because this is your life and your children's life. Now, I retrieved my information from the website https://stateofobesity.org. So stateofobesity.org. And the article was called Adult Obesity in the United States. Now, as of 8/31/2017, adult obesity rates now exceeds 35% in 5 states, 30% in 25 states, 25% in 46 states. That's a lot of obesity. That's why it's an epidemic. It's everywhere, right? Now, West Virginia has the highest adult obesity rate of 37.7%. Colorado has the lowest rate, which is 22.3%. The highest state of obesity, ranging from 37.7 to 35.5%, are West Virginia, Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, and Louisiana. So you'll see, I'm going to name the different states where all this obesity is going on. It's everywhere, right? The lowest states for obesity, ranging from 23.8% to 22.3%, are in Hawaii, Massachusetts, the District of Columbia, and Colorado. Parts of it is also the lowest. Well, I guess that's good. They're getting a little low and a little high. Now, this demonstrates a steady increase in adult obesity. That's why it's a problem. We have to get proactive with this and get this changed. Now, must eliminate early childhood obesity. It is easier to prevent during early childhood because we help prevent those fat cells from continuing to grow. Because once those fat cells grow, it's hard to get rid of them. So you want to try to take care of that while your child is small. Now, change unhealthy habits before adulthood happens. Because if they have the same bad habits when they were children, they're going to definitely increase those bad habits when they're adult. It doesn't change. So you got to get it early. You have to eat healthy and have healthy eating habits. You need to exercise and decrease screen time. A lot of kids watch a lot of TV. They're just sitting and they're stationary. They're not moving. So they have to start moving. So decrease that screen time and increase exercise. I hate that they stopped having PE in the schools nowadays. We used to have PE 5 days a week. Now you're lucky if you get it once a week. That is so wrong. They need to fix that and change that. Some state policies are trying to prevent obesity. They must improve access to healthy foods and increase physical activity. That's what I was just talking about, physical exercise. Now, these are essential to promoting a healthy diet and a healthy weight. You must exercise. The body's made to move, so we have to move it. Now, behaviors that can affect obesity: bad dietary choices. Like you go and you eat those, what do you call those donuts? Krispy Kremes. They're so light and fluffy. Well, they make it with the white flour that's stripped because they want them fluffy. But the more fluffy they are, the more you eat because it takes longer that you think that you'll be feeling full. So that's why it's bad for you. Now, a lack of physical activity, high caloric beverages, sodas, right? Sodas. McDonald's, oh, $1 for any size, right? What little child needs a soda that big? That's enough for 5 adults. You don't want that. So get them away from those sodas. Stop bringing sodas into the home if your child is already obese. Also, overeating. Overeating is very addicting because what happens is parents to slow down. If you're eating too fast, you need to slow down too. Because it's proven research that if you eat too fast, you're going to eat 3 or 4 times more than what you should be eating. And a lot of times, that's why you feel like you're in pain because it literally takes time for the brain to you if you're overweight. Drink a whole glass of water prior to eating. Now, you have to be careful of the different breads. Remember, I mentioned that to you as well because white breads have several teaspoons full of sugar in them. So you have to be careful of that bread. Get whole wheat like I showed you. Also, caffeine. Once bread is ingested, medication can increase weight, like when you have to take prednisone, some mental health um, medications, antidepressants, seizure medications. But even with that, you still have to choose to eat healthy and exercise. If something is causing you too much weight gain, let your doctor know and they can adjust your medication. Now, community factors that impact obesity can be activities due to limited sidewalk areas. You know, some places have like dirt roads and it's just a road. You can't even walk. Some have, they don't have safe bike lanes, although more cities are now increasing bike lanes on the street, which is great. That increases your activity. Exercises, you know, child care, schools, and any healthy healthcare setting. There needs to be more opportunities for exercise. So stay tuned because when I finish this segment, I'm going to demonstrate some easy motion exercises that you can do in your home. Now, it's important that you create an environment in these locations that makes it easier for you to engage in physical activity and eat healthy snacks. It's up to you to decide how you're going to eat and how you're going to exercise. You can choose to eat healthy and you can choose not to eat healthy. You can make up all these excuses, but it's time to make up all the reasons why you should be healthy. Consequences of obesity disease can cause death. Yep, you can die a little sooner. It can shorten your life, and it can also create, then that's a problem. You can also have hypertension, high blood pressure. You can also have high cholesterol, meaning you have your DLH high. These are cholesterol reading. You'll have low HDL or higher levels of triglycerides that are in your system, which you want low triglycerides and you want high HDL because that's your good fats. All this saturated fat is what causes all these elevations of healthy uncholesterol. Now, some cholesterol elevations is genetic. I have it in my family. So I really watch what I eat, and sometimes I have to take some medication to help me because it is genetic. So you need to see your doctor, have annual physicals, so you and your doctor can work together to help get stuff decreased and get you more healthy. Now, once your doctor tells you what you have to do to get healthy, you have to follow the instructions. Now, also there's obesity increases coronary heart disease. You know, it can block off your arteries, and then you can have a heart attack or a stroke. It increases your ability for stroke, gallbladder disease, because what happens is too much fat, so it deposit in your gallbladder and create kidney stones, gallbladder stones, all of this stuff because of the overeating and too much fat in your system. It also can cause osteoarthritis, breakdown of your bones, and cartilage within your joints. Too much weight is too much wear and tear on your joints and your bone, and it wears them out. Causes arthritis. It causes more inflammation. Once your bones and different areas in your body are having problems, if it's getting depleted, your body's response is for inflammation. That's how the body attacks things that shouldn't be there. So that's why you get that swelling. You also, sleep apnea is a big problem with severe obesity because you cannot wake up. Because what happens when you lay down is you don't breathe. So a lot of times when I see my children, I always ask the doctor for a sleep apnea study, especially if you know your child is sleepy during the day or falling asleep at school, can't concentrate as well, then you need to have a sleep apnea study, a sleep study. So mention that to your doctor if this is happening to your children. And adults, the same thing. So if you notice your partner is not breathing for several seconds, then that's a problem too. Then that person needs to have a sleep study as well, because there's a CPAP machine that helps to remind them to breathe. If they forget to breathe, there's alarms and different things like that. So talk to your doctor back there about that. There is some possibilities to help resolve that problem until you get the weight down. Now, also, different types of cancer like endometrial cancer. It increases your risk for breast cancer, colon cancer. I told you about the kidney, your gallbladder, and liver. There's a lot of that fat attached into your liver, and you'll have fat deposits in your liver. The fat has to have somewhere to go. When it's too much, it has to have somewhere to go. So it goes everywhere. So you want to get rid of that fat. It decreases your quality of life. It also impacts you and gives you a lot of time mental disorders like depression and anxiety because you feel uncomfortable or teased because you're overweight and you have depression and anxiety and many more disorders. And then you don't sleep well at night. So I did a show on insomnia. So that can also impact your body in many ways. So you have to get adequate sleep. Go to bed early because the longer you up, the more you eat. So go to bed early. That way you don't have to worry about trying to sneak in a snack late at night. Now, there's also liver and other kidneys in the organs that assist with eliminating the toxins from your bodies. Remember I said earlier the liver and the kidney is your main detoxifiers of the body. So you want to make sure you keep your liver and your kidneys healthy. So you got to get all that fat out the way. Also, you get different body pains. Everything just aches because you're so overweight and you're putting pressure on all your joints and you're getting all of that inflammation. You have to walk. I know some people say, oh, it hurts. So do it anyway. The more you do it, the better to get. I have pains too, but I'm telling you now, when I don't exercise, it hurts more. So I'd rather hurt with a little pain and be less pain than to not exercise and have more pain. So you have to move, and the body's made to move, so you have to move. Now, the economic and social consequences, medical costs associated with obesity wow, they're direct and indirect. So the direct costs are preventative, like diagnostic, treatment services related to obesity. That's the direct cost because they have to do all these extra MRIs and CAT scans and blood tests to see what's going on with you. Indirect costs related to mobility and mortality costs, meaning you're having all those different disease processes and cancers that causes more money to the healthcare system. You lose work and productivity at your job because you having all these problems and medical disability, and then eventually, you die a little earlier than should be expected. Now, the natural estimated cost of obesity is about, in 2008, it was $147 billion in the United States. Billion dollars, $147 billion. Annual costs range from 79 to $132 billion. That's a lot of money. That's the expense we can use to take care of our homeless. So we need to decrease this. It affects the military too. They have like 15.7 million, and men have 16.5 million. So there's a lot of different things that obesity does impact. We want to encourage mothers to breastfeed better because it's healthier for the babies and not using that cow's milk. They should breastfeed at least six months to a year. So the most important thing is start exercising at least 45 minutes to 60 minutes per day. And then eat healthy meals, and then remember your portion sizes. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and I'll be back in a few, and we'll start the easy motion exercise. wasn't on. Okay, so we had a little mic problem, so I just want you to know. So we want to remember Kobe Bryant and his family, also his friends and their family that tragically died on the helicopter crash today. So we're going to send our prayers out for their support and strength. And I still believe that Kobe has always been the best basketball player of all times, playing both offense and defense. So we miss you, Kobe, and we love you. Exercises while either on the sofa or your bed. So I'm going to show you how to do lying, then standing and sitting. So you won't have any excuses and you can rotate your different exercises. So if you're just beginning, put your back up against your arm of your couch or your headboard. And the important thing is to hold your ab in whenever you're moving and move your arms. So you're going to do 3 sets of 5 or 3 sets of 10. And then when you get better, you scoot down, hold that ab in, same premise, right? And then when you get even better, you lay all the way down, right? Or somewhere in between, depends on where you are, but hold your ab in, come up. You want your abs to do the work. So hold that ab in. You want to strengthen your core, which is your stomach, hips, thighs, right? Now we're going to go to some different exercises. Remember, make sure you drink your fluid. So these exercises you can do while you're home, right? You don't have to get dressed and go to a gym. I don't pay for gym memberships. Now, if you're not used to moving and you need some assistance, you can use your resistance bands and you can put them, under your feet. So then you can help pull them to pull your leg up if you need a little help. And if you don't, then you don't need the band. And then just rotate them. Rotate them up, and always remember to hold your abs in. And then you can do both, right? At the same time, hold your abs in, right? You can open them up, because, the problem, especially, you got this fat rubbing, so when you walk, you're rubbing against your leg, right? So for that, to get rid of that, you just open and close, and then remember, always hold your ab in. It's either 3 sets of 5s or 3 sets of 10s. Right? Now, when you get really stronger, you can lift it a little bit and do the same thing. You can even crisscross it when you get a little stronger. But remember, keep your back down and your abs in, right? Then you can do leg lifts. Hold your tummy in. Everything you do, 5 sets of 10 or 5. And then you can do little ones, like lift up, right? Until you get to where you can go higher, right? So you can go higher, hold your abs, and if you can go slow, it's even more pressure on your abs. And you can go all the way, right? Until you can get to that point. And then you want to go slowly down. Hold your abs in, slowly down, right? That's good for you. Now, another thing you can do while you're in this position, open your legs. It's for this inner thigh again. And so you want to just open and close. That's for that inner thigh fat right there. Open and close. I know it looks a little silly, but it actually works. So 3 sets of 5s or 3 sets of 10s, okay? And you can do that. Now, another thing you can do, you can take the palms of your hand and put them flat, and then you can put your legs together. Remember, you want to hold in your abs, and you want to lift, right? You can lift, or you can hold for 30, 3 sets of 10s or 3 sets of 5. It's up to you, or you can work it. It's up to you. Whatever you feel is good for you at that time. Now, we can take another resistant band and tie it off, right, to a circle. Or you can not use it if you're not strong enough yet. Put it slightly above your knee. And then you turn over on your side. Now, what's important for this exercise is make sure that your hips are rolled forward. So how I remind myself is I put my hand over here. I reach it out. That way I know I'm going to roll my hip forward, right? So what you can do is you can lift. Hold your ab in. 3 sets of 5s, 3 sets of 10s, or you can hold it, right? Hold your ab in. Then you can stretch your leg out, right? And you want to make sure this hip is over. And then you just do the same thing. 3 sets of 5 or 10s, or you can hold it. Same thing to the count of 5 or 10, right? And then you can go back here. Remember, you want to make sure that hip is rolled over, and you can do the same thing in the back. Now remember, you have to do it on both sides, your right and your left. Now, another thing, if the resistive bands are too much for you, you can do it without it. But then also, since you're here, you can do side leg lifts, right? If the other ones are a little too hard for you, you can just do it without the band. Maybe roll that hip forward, and you can do these, and then make sure you do them on both sides. Now, another thing you can do is when you're on your side, you can take your heels and bring them up towards your buttocks. So that works your buttocks and the back of your thighs. This is an easier way to do the exercise I'm going to show you when I turn over. So if your stomach, or you're having a hard time breathing on your stomach, you can do the same exercise while you laying on your side. Remember to do both sides. So, turn over, and then you're going to raise your heels up, and you just go where you can go at first until you can do more, right? So if you can only go a little bit, or if your knees start cracking, then just stay low. But if they don't bother you, then you can go higher. So it just depends on if you have any limitations or not. But if you start hearing some cracking, then just go low. You're still going to work your back thigh and your buttocks. Okay? So everybody can do this. Now let's get into some things you can do while you're standing. Okay, so one thing I want you guys to do is try to strengthen your core. So, okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is I want you to strengthen your core. So what you have to do is, your core is your abs, your hips, and your thighs, right? And your buttocks. That's your core. So I want you to practice, get a chair here or your bed, and just hold yourself up. Try to hold your balance for the count of 30. Now, I couldn't do it at first either, but you have to practice it, and you do that. So have the chair in case you mess up. It's okay. Just keep trying. Hold your abs, your buttocks, your thighs. You got to use all of that to keep your balance. That's how you stay up. And do it on the other one as well. Now, the right one's a little harder for me to do because I have a full torn meniscus. But I want you to practice this on each leg. So, like I say, you can hold the chair, or if you drop down, that's okay, no problem. Just do it again. Just work it again to develop that core, okay? So that needs to be stronger, so I want you to do that. Now, since we're here with the chair, you can also do side leg lifts, right? So you hold on, and you can do it on your dresser, depending on how high your dresser is, and you can lift your leg. If you can't go high, you go low. You go where you can go, and you start and you hold your ab in with everything. Remember, you got to always do everything on both sides, right? Okay, now, another thing that's good, when you're brushing your teeth in the morning, you can do toe lifts. I mean, you can get like 80 to 100 in while you're brushing your teeth and you're just lifting up on your toes. So I'm going to turn to the side because you can see it activates your calf. So that's a good exercise for your calf, your ankles, and your feet. So you could be doing this while you're brushing your teeth. And you know, you can get that exercise in. So depending on how fast you go, and that tells you how many you can get in. Now, if you start feeling a little bit, you might have to walk it out a little bit, but then start it again. So this is another way to get exercise in while you're getting ready for work. I do the sit-ups, and then I do the toe lifts while I'm brushing my teeth. Now, there's nothing you can do. I call these standing to sitting squats, really. They're easy, right? So you have to make sure your chair is up against something until you get strong enough. So what you want to do is you want to stick your butt out as you go to sit down. So sit down, right? You can do this at work. Get up. Make sure you put your butt out because it takes the pressure off of your knees. Or your ab in, and you just get up and you sit down, right? Now, a real standing squat, I'm going to show you the same thing. You have to have your feet apart, and you have to make sure that you stick your butt out. And just like this motion. Because that shifts that pressure off of your knees. As if you go this way. You go this way, it takes the pressure off. So, you just want to put your arms out, hold your ab in, stick your butt out. You're basically just sitting down to stick your butt out, right? It takes the pressure off your knees. So you can do those two as well. Now, nothing you can do. You can do leg lifts, you can march low, you can go higher and then higher when you get better. You can use the weights. Now, if you don't have weights, you can use the water bottle, right? Canned fruit or whatever, just something in your hand to get yourself the weight. Now, it's important that you drink your fluid. This actually does work. So, another thing I wanted to show you is what I call standing sit-ups. Now, if you have back problems, anytime you have back problems, then you want to make sure that you're moving slowly if you have back problems like me. Because if you move too fast, you get back spasms. Okay, so hold your abs in, have your feet apart. You're gonna go slowly. Either it's to your knee, you can't go a little further, and go to your calves, back of your calves, go to your ankles, the top of your feet, and then to the floor. So wherever you are, you can start where you are. So if it's your knees, because if you have a gut, it's gonna be hard to do it, but still try it anyway, because it'll get better. Go to your knees, right? Slow. Go to your calf, hold your back of your calf, come up slowly. Then you go to your ankle, slowly. And then the top of your foot, and then the bottom. Now, in the end, when you're finished, this is a good way to stretch your back out at the end of all your exercises. This helps to stretch your muscles. And it actually helps keep you from being sore at the end. Now, another thing you can do is go to the side, for these love handles, right? These tire rims over here. So, do the same premise, but go to the side. To the side. You go slowly. So then you can go to the side. Remember, if you have back problems, you got to go slowly and go to the middle, right? That's how you mix it up. So this is all standing. Now, let's do some sitting. Okay, so now we're going to do some sitting exercises. Okay, let's do this part for the inner thigh that I told you about while you're laying down. You're going to bend your knees and you keep your legs open. And then you're going to just open and close. And always remember, whatever you're doing, you're going to hold your ab in while you're doing it. Okay? So that's what you're going to do. Now, while you're sitting there, you can also do leg lift, 3 points, right? Because what you're going to do, you're going to hold your ab in, you're going to lift, you're going to straighten out, you're going to lift, and you go back down. You're going to lift, straighten out, bend it, and go back down. So you can do those two. And then you can just lift and go straight down individually. And then you can do them together. You can do little ones off the floor. Hold your ab in and make sure your back is up against the chair when you're doing these. Not just, a lot of times I just run with it. I just go several times. You can either rotate them, right? I call them running, right? Because I'm moving, right? Or you can do together. It's a little harder when you do it together, or you can do them individually, right? So it's like you're running and you're sitting down, so it's low impact on you, right? That's wonderful. And then you can also, incorporate your waist with it. So you're working your arms, right? So you're running individually, right? And then you're doing it together, right? Hold your ab in, right? Now we can do the same thing sitting as we did lying and standing. Sit-ups, chair sit-ups, right? But you got to get rid of this gut. This is why we do these things. Get rid of that gut, right? So you do the same thing. You open your legs and you go, hold your ab in and go to the floor. And if you can't go that low, then go to your calves, or go to your ankles, or the top of your feet. It's the same premise. But if you have a back problem, you have to go slowly. Because if you go too fast, you get the spasm. Hold your ab in so you're not working your back. You're working your abs. And then you go to the side, right? That's what you do, and then mix it up. Right? Right. Now, another thing you can do is the old wonderful scissors. Now, if your knees are bothering you and you can't go all the way, then go where you can go. You have to be able to judge it and tell how much you can do. But the most important thing is to get to moving. That's the most important thing, is to move. Now, there's nothing you can do. You can come up on your toes. I call them toe marches. So you just push up from your toes. Your toes they stay on the ground. So you're pushing up on your toes. So you're literally doing the same little march, but instead of doing your whole foot, you're pushing up on your toes. And then you can add your arms in there, right, while you're doing that. And when you're doing your toes, you can do them individual like I'm doing, or you can you can do them together, right? So there's different variations that you can do while you exercise. And so there's a lot of different things you can do, and that's why I'm showing you all these different ways you can do things, so you have different things to do. So then you can also do lifts by themselves, right? And you want to crunch, hold your ab in. You can do those, right? Now, for the shoulders and that saggy, waggy skin, right? You can tie off one and tie it in the middle, so you have a loop for each hand. So you put it on your wrist. You can put one hand on the knee, one on the armrest, and then you just go up and down, right? Up and down. So you're working your arms. And then if you want, pull it a little bit, so have some retention on it. So that makes it a little bit harder. And then you do the same thing for the other arm. Remember, it's for both. For both. So you want to do both, right? Now, if you want to work the back part of your arms, and then, I have shoulder restrictions, so I can't go all the way. So I just lift up a little bit, and then I do this. And that's going to work the back part of my arm, right? So you can do that, right? Now I want to introduce you to my little peddler. And, you know, by the way, kids love these. So what happens is, they even have the new kind that has a whole foot rest for you instead of a pedal. Now, this one has a speedometer so it can tell you how far you're going, and it has a tension wheel, right? So you can change the intensity as you get stronger. And all you do while you watching Power, you know, because we still wondering who shot Ghost, right? So we still don't know yet. They're eliminating people, but we still don't know yet. So while you watching your favorite TV program, you could be pedaling, and by the time you get to the third commercial, depending on the show and the series, you've done 30 minutes. And if you do the whole show, you've done an hour. You can watch Supergirl or Flash or Greenleaf. It's coming back. Can't wait till that comes back. Have and have-nots is really crazy right now. So whatever your favorite show is, you have no excuse not to exercise, right? Because you could be doing it while you're watching TV. And you could be in your pajamas or whatever you want to do, because you don't have to leave your house. Now, also this peddler, this particular kind. Now, the new one is a little heavier, so I don't know how that would work. But you can put it on the tabletop, and then you can use this to exercise your arms, right? So it's like a 2-in-1. You can use it to pedal for your thighs, it's for your abs and your buttocks, okay? So you just have to get going. That's the most important thing, is to get the exercising. Kids like this too. Now parents, if they see you exercising, they're gonna exercise. And guess what? You don't have to leave your house to do this. So you have no excuses. So the time it takes you to get dressed and drive to your local fitness center, you've already exercised. So there's no excuses why not to exercise. There's no excuses why not to stay healthy. And parents, you're the role model for your children. You want them to be healthy. You have to curb their appetite. You have to make sure they're eating healthy. You have to make sure they have fiber. Fiber helps to curb their appetite. You don't want to give them big, huge meals after they get home from school and then turn around and cook and give them more. You want to sit with them while they're having their meals to make sure they eat the right portions and they're not eating too fast. If you're eating too fast, you need to change your habits. If you're bringing sodas in the house, you need to stop bringing sodas in the house. Drink water. If your child's already obese, then you want to have them eat their fruit instead of drinking their fruit. If you transition them off of fruit juice, only give them a half a glass and then transition them off. But you don't want them drinking a huge glass of juice and they're eating all this pasta. Half of their plate is potatoes and pasta and stuff, which is wrong. They should have a sixth of their plate. Don't forget about the serving size and don't forget about the bowls. Now, we can stop the epidemic of obesity. We have to eat healthier. We have to eat slower. You have to drink a glass of water first before you start eating. You need to sit with your children to make sure they have the same habits. But parents, you can't drink soda and have your children drinking water. Everybody has to be on board. And you're responsible for your children, just like you're responsible for yourself. Go get yourself a physical. Weigh yourself in the morning after you empty your bladder on a floor, not carpet. Measure your arms, your thighs, your stomach, your buttocks, your calves. And then don't weigh yourself no more. Because when you start developing muscle, you weigh more. Muscle weighs more than fat. The main thing is losing the inches. And then your A1C, which is your average blood sugar over 3 months, gets less and less and less. Because you don't have all of that fat building up in your system. Now, I want to be mindful. Please, you guys, say prayers for our hero, Kobe Bryant. He's going to be greatly missed. Sad to hear about him and his daughter, his friends and other children that he coached. They was on their way to her game, and they had a tragic accident with the helicopter. So please pray for support and strength for the family and for yourself as well, so we can get through this tragedy. Kobe Bryant is the best player of all times. So what nobody says, he has offense and defense. He's a complete player. He's the best of all time. Okay? So remember that. We have to keep in the mindset that we have to have the same drive as Kobe. He worked. So think of Kobe when you're exercising. Kobe says, get on it. Work. He says he has no patience for people who are lazy. That's why he was so successful. So I want you guys to change your mindset and start exercising. There's no excuses not to exercise. I've given you ways to exercise on the couch, laying down, sitting down, and standing. So there's no reason not to exercise and start losing weight and getting healthier. Some people say, oh, I'm tired, so I don't want to exercise. You should exercise because it makes you feel better. You're tired because you're carrying around so much weight. When you exercise, you do feel better. Now, you can reach me at healthyliving.company, where you can see my prior shows. You can also reach me at marquita.com, where all my products are there, and Arbonne products, the Marquita's Egg Toast, and other things. You can send me a message, or you can call me here at the Next Level Studios at 310-549-1113, 310-549-1113. The producer's T-Jams, that's TJAMZ, and you can reach him at tjamsmusic.com. He writes all the music and lyrics, the music for the shows that you're hearing. He has some on his website. He also does web designs. Put some lyrics to those songs you hear and send it back to him. Send him a message. You can also reach him here at the Next Level Studios at 310-549-1113, 310-549-1113. Now, stay healthy, exercise, keep those prayers going for Kobe and his family and friends. They need our support and prayers right now. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a week or two. I'll send you notifications when I'm going to do a live broadcast show. But I knew Kobe would want me to continue the show today. Okay, stay healthy. See you later. Bye-bye.